Mike. Mike. Mike.
Oh, Harrison, sorry, I didn't see you there. I was just sitting here listening to my Blotto album.
Ah, well, what a coincidence. That's exactly what I wanted to talk to you about. Have you spoken to the band about reappearing on the show?
Yes, I have, and here they are. Please welcome Blotto.
Help, 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 help.
Hey!
Hey,
Right
Happy
on cue.
happy 2022.
Happy New Year. It's good to see you guys. You guys have had a busy year, haven't you?
I would say so, yes, yes.
It's good to see you all. So please welcome to the show. On the drums, we have F. Lee Harvey Blotto. On the
Woo!
guitar, we have Bowtie Blotto, not wearing his bow tie. We'll talk about that. And of course, on the guitar, we have Broadway Blotto. Coming
Peace
at
out.
you
Yes.
from the wintry state of New York.
In state of confusion.
State of confusion. Well, thank you so much,
And
guys.
and how about Harrison? Blotto.
As always, Blocko Blotto, the Mad Metal Man, is here tonight. And,
Yes, he
Not
is.
wintry here.
It's not wintry. It's hot as whatever metaphor you want to choose.
so Kitchener, do you get buried with snow like Buffalo with all the wind and crap?
Oh yeah, we're buried right now. I'm
Yeah.
looking out my window, and I don't want to. I have to go out tomorrow, and I don't want to go out tomorrow.
Yeah.
Lots
My
of
friends in Buffalo were saying it was just unbelievable, and they got like 2 feet yesterday, something like that.
I don't think
and-
we got hammered nearly as hard
Yeah.
as Buffalo, but yeah, like as Broadway knows, I put out my back, so I am not looking
Oh.
forward to going out tomorrow.
Oh.
But we
Oh,
cannot-
tell him how you did it.
Do you want me to start with a story about me?
Yes.
Okay, so I was getting ready for work 1 month ago, and I was taking out some garbage, and I had my cell phone tucked into my front pocket, and when I took out the garbage, I must have tossed my cell phone into the dumpster. So the way I saw it, I had no choice. It was a calculated risk. I knew that there was a 50-50 chance of me ending up with a busted rib. And the good news is it was only a bruised rib. I went in, as my dad would say, ass over apple cart. I couldn't put the phone back. But yeah, so I've been kind of on low energy for about a month now. This is the first night where I felt relatively normal.
That's somewhat ignoble, isn't it? You hurt yourself climbing into a dumpster.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
mhm.
And it was my first dumpster, and I'm over 50 years old. So it's something off the
Oh,
bucket
that's
list
what they
now.
all say.
Yeah, well, no, it's true. I know. I mean, you guys have lived the rock and roll lifestyle. I'm sure that you've seen dumpsters in your days, but that was my
I've lived
first.
in a dumpster.
Yes,
There you
we've stayed in them along the highway.
Yes, right.
Well, gentlemen, I know it's all fun and games to you, but we do have some serious business to get down to because we're calling this an interview. So
Oh, okay.
technically,
Oh.
we do want to talk about things other than just my busted ribs. And I know Harrison had some good questions about the movie because you guys had a movie out in 2025.
Yeah.
And Harrison, did you want to lead off with a question about the movie?
Yes, so to kick it right off, how many showings did the movie get?
It was the premiere, and then it ran for 3 weeks in an Albany theater, and I think they were showing it like 3 times a day for 3 weeks. Then we had a screening in Saugerties, and how many film festivals? 3, 4?
There was the Long Island.
Music and Entertainment Hall of Fame.
Yeah, Susquehanna. And then we showed it at what's his name's theater down in New Jersey. The guy from Clerks owns
Kevin
a
Smith.
theater. Yeah, he owns a theater on the Jersey Shore, and there was a screening there. And there may have been a couple of others. I'm not sure. It's too bad Bert's not here because he's up on, he entered it in all these festivals, and we did okay. And
He
for him,
won-
the first time,
yeah.
I mean, he's never done anything like this before, and he's brilliant. And so, you know,
It
we're
won
not
the Spirit
complaining.
of Independent Film Award at the Long Island Rock
Yeah.
and Roll and Entertainment Hall of Fame. That was really nice. And it won in its category at I think the Susquehanna.
Yeah.
That was out in Pennsylvania.
Mhm.
We didn't all the other ones we did. We went for interview, did a Q&A after the showing, except at Susquehanna. And he submitted just some other ones that we didn't go to. He mentioned those in an email to us.
Buenos Aires.
Yes, yes.
I,
Atlantis.
I know I was getting regular updates from Broadway, and it's like I was getting excited. I was thinking maybe there was a chance it could play up in Canada, but no such luck. But
Yeah,
fortunately,
he tried Toronto because that's a biggie. That's
yeah,
I mean, you do. It was like it's like applying to college. You have your wish list. You do your Harvard and your Yale, and then you also apply to SUNY Albany and hope for the best. But
Your safety
yeah,
film festivals. Actually,
One-
the movie was changed. I mean, not grossly, but at each showing along the way, he had made some changes. We took a few things out. He condensed some things. There was, if you remember, at the very beginning of the film, there were these commercials that there was one that Blanche and Broadway had made. It was a McDonald's commercial, and then there was one that a PSA that we did for the library system, and he put those at the front as sort of like a commercial that you'd see at the beginning of a movie or something. But he didn't feel that people were getting that we're getting that.
Yeah.
obviously I got it. Oh, I loved that. When I saw that McDonald's commercial, I was like, "Is that Broadway?" He can act.
He probably did a number of commercials.
I loved that opening. Like, I'm a Tarantino fan, so that kind of struck my funny bone there. And yeah, it played in Susquehanna. That's correct. That's what.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
So actually, what he's going to do is eventually this will be released it'll be a lot available streaming at some place,
Right.
and I think he's going to make up like a CD package, and then not only be the movie, but additional
bonus extras.
content.
Okay.
And
So
so
you've just
those commercials will
yeah.
be in there, some interview outtakes and other like fun and games, stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean,
Cool.
right now he's preparing the DVD and Blu-ray, and when that's done, we're going to approach streaming platforms. But in order to do that, you got to have insurance, and the insurance companies make you jump through a whole bunch of hoops. And so we're in the midst of, it's getting done, and it should be on a streaming platform. I want to say by spring, but definitely by summer.
Okay.
Did he have to go? He has to like go through the film and like annotate every cut or something. Like you have to annotate like every single thing that's at this minute, second, this thing, that thing, and whatever. Once you do that, you're very reluctant to make any changes.
Yeah, that's a good point. This is sort of like a diametrically opposed position from when I talked to you guys back in February, because back then the movie hadn't come out yet, or it had only premiered or something, and nobody was really sure about a physical release, and I was really so I'm really happy to hear this, and this means Harrison will be able to get himself a copy as well, which is fantastic.
You bet.
Absolutely.
I have seen that earlier cut of the film, and I can vouch for it. I've written about it, and you guys were kind enough to share that review. Harrison has not seen it, but I think that this movie is going to make Harrison laugh, because there's some parts in it that are just damn funny. And I'm kind of curious. I've seen these interviews with you guys, and there was one I'll just quote as an example, where you guys are asked about Chevrolet Blotto, and somebody says, "Oh, he was hired mostly on the strength of his last name." And I'm just wondering, like, did you guys just improv this stuff, or did you have these lines written in your head in advance? Like,
No.
this is live TV stuff, right?
It was
Yeah.
all improv, everything.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So to be in
Including all the
Blotto-
mistakes.
Yeah.
But to be in Blotto, you had to be a musician and you had to be an improviser.
hmm
It certainly helped. Yes.
You know, I mean, when Blotto hit, I mentioned in the movie. I mean, the shtick between Sarge and Bota and Broadway was there, and that was improv comedy, and had been honed for what 8 years.
8 years.
Yeah, and that's what they were good at, and you know, interviews were they're just another performance. We were actually funniest in the van when it was just us.
Yes.
Unfiltered.
Oh God, I mean, yeah. Most of it was tasteless, but in a good way.
Well, the thing about interviews is a lot of the interviewers were, very serious about, doing the back and forth. And, we would just throw stuff out there.
Yes, our job was to destroy the interview.
They must have not
Well,
known what
it
to
was
do
better
with you guys.
if somebody interviewed us. It's better if they didn't consider themselves to be a journalist, right? Seeking to expose, important facts and news.
Yeah, more like sparring partners.
Yeah.
Uncle Meat here has a good question here. I know that you guys have told me positive things, but what kind of feedback can you share from the movie?
Oh, there's a lot of feedback, especially from the amps. Oh, see.
Well, the feedback we got was at the Q&As, and of course at the premiere it was, that was like 450 Blotto fans, right? Who were, it was like a love-in.
And close friends. I mean,
Yes.
especially when the Sarge stuff came on, the whole room got really emotional. I mean, really emotional. You could just feel it. It was wild. And so, yeah, there was that. But these were people that go all the way back, that were come to see us in 78 and 79.
And so the Q&As at the other, we had the biggest, and I guess you'd say the most communal crowd at the premiere. But at the other showings, again, the crowds are maybe a little smaller, but they were very much into it. And actually, they had some good wisecracks as well. We had a lot of good laughs at the at the Q&As, and I think overall you watch it, and even though I've seen it many times, I watch it. I had this smile just this on my face the whole time.
Yeah.
Because it's really a lot of fun. It's not meant to be self-aggrandizing and important and all that kind of thing. It's just a lot of goofy fun.
At one of the Q&As, we were talking about, well, we're going to get it on a streaming platform, and some guy in the back goes, Netflix is going into a different direction as Blotto.
Which is a quote from the film.
From the
That's
film
about
with
Atlantic Records.
Atlantic Records is going a different direction from Blotto.
Yeah.
And this guy in the audience yells out, Netflix is going in a different direction than Blotto. He's stealing our act. Although we stole the joke. We stole the joke and use it later.
Hopefully that's not too prophetic, but no, that's great. Yeah, that line was one of the funnier ones in the trailer as well.
Speaking of Atlantic Records, I came across an old cassette. Remember how we used to record every interview with every record company that we had? That
You did?
we met with, yeah. And I have them here on cassette. And, well, for instance, here's Columbia Records. No! Here's Capitol Records. And ABC Paramount.
I said no.
I remember
Yeah.
it well.
Yes.
No.
You have Stiff? How about Stiff Records? You have that one in there? Find it.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, Seymour Stein in England.
Clive Davies.
Keep them coming.
I think we got the point.
He'd be in trouble if my ribs were still sore from that dumpster fall. He'd be in a lot of trouble.
Oh, yeah. Sorry about that.
Hey, I was wondering, do you guys want to take another question from Uncle Meat? He has one about, he's got one about Blotto.
Oh,
He has submitted a couple of guest questions for tonight.
Okay.
That's a topic we know a lot about, so it's good.
Yeah. Now, I apologize to Harrison. This is a vertical video, so it's going to make you disappear. But here's
oh no.
a guest question from the Meat Man.
Hey there, all. This is Uncle Meat here. Got a couple questions for Blotto. First one being, I'd like to hear more about Blanche Blotto. How you guys hooked up with her and how that came about. And I don't know if you know or of a band called Rough Trade in Canada. They have a singer called Carol Pope, but she sounds a lot like her, and that's a compliment. And that's the first thing I thought. And second of all, since you guys clearly are funny and have a sense of humor, I'm curious what makes you guys laugh. Like stuff like a Tenacious D or Flight of the Conchords. Do you find that funny, or do you stay away from musical stuff because you're sick of music? Or I'm curious, what do you guys find funny?
Well,
So that's a two-part.
Conchords is awesome. Spinal Tap was tremendous in terms of music stuff.
Airplane.
Airplane is great.
Airplane changed humor. Stephen
Police.
Wright. Stephen Wright, definitely.
Our
Steve
Crumb.
Martin. R. Crumb.
Yeah, our crumb.
I definitely got an Airplane vibe from you guys somehow. I don't know. That's not weird.
Yes. The non sequiturs.
Yeah. You're very good at them in emails, by the way.
And don't call me Bowtie.
But Meat also brought up Blanche, and that's an interesting story that's covered in the movie too. But I guess Blanche started out as a fan.
Well, Blanche and I used to work together in the theater in Albany. And since we didn't have many friends, Blotto, I mean, at the beginning, all the people who worked in the theater would come up to see us just to give us support. And Blanche was one of those people. And she got up and sang songs. And
What a set of lungs.
yeah, what a set of lungs. And that's how
Give me a
Blanche.
second.
That's how Blanche got into the swing of things.
I think the first song she sang, and this was before me, was Chapel of Love, right?
Yep. Go into
so-
the chapel.
I had
Yeah.
this, I think she sang like this first verse just over and over again, and the place was just going nuts. You know, because who knows all the words? I mean, you know the first verse, but
Yeah.
but it didn't matter, you know.
Yeah, it's the downstream verses are a little vague.
Yeah.
For a while, we had a sax player, and when Blanche was first in the band, we did something called the Spy Trilogy, which started out with Blanche singing "To Sir with Love," and then we'd go into Pink Panther theme, and then come out of that with Secret Agent Man.
Or didn't she she sang Goldfinger?
Oh, Goldfinger.
Yeah.
What did I say?
You said To Sir with Love, which she also sang and,
Yes.
and crushed.
Yes.
But but the Spy trilogy was Goldfinger.
Yeah.
Or sometimes it was Moonraker. Sometimes it was Moonraker. He's the man who rakes the moon.
The band back then, it was very loosey goosey. You know, as when we started playing full time, right, things tightened up a lot. But it was like a weekend, goofball thing with, because as Lee Harvey had said in the documentary, we told him this is just a weekend thing. It's not going anywhere. Don't make any plans. Don't So
How prophetic.
and it all came true. But it's we had other people sit in with us, and so like it was very. That's all I can say. It was very loosey goosey. And then as it got more real, right, we had to squeeze out some of the
Fluff.
Yeah.
I mean, in the early days, it would be like 3 a.m. and we're playing in some shithole in Saratoga Springs, and we do, like, for an encore, the Ballad of the Green Berets, and Sarge and Blanche are on each side of the stage with little American flags waving them, and Bowtie's singing it, and there'd be like a what do you call it? A snake dance through the whole bar for the Battle of the Green Berets. I mean, that was
#1 song of 1966.
That's Sergeant Barry Sandler.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, so things were, I'd forgotten about that, but now I remember. Yes. Oh my God.
I'm going to throw it back to Harrison. I know he was going to ask you about the awards stuff, but I think you've addressed that. Did you have any more questions regarding the movie?
I was going to ask something about the live stage right now. So, for those in the audience who don't know, Blotto have a Bandcamp, and there you can buy digital official bootlegs of live shows. And if you start to dig into Blotto Live, you'll find songs like The Monster Mash, Twist and Shout, even some little short bits of like the Doobie Brothers and People Who Died at the start of stuff that we are now tones.
People who have died.
So my question there is, do you have any favorite songs that you played live, original or covers, that didn't make it to the recording studio?
Oh, there are a number.
Oh.
Yeah, we did If You Want to Be Happy for the Rest of Your Life.
Oh, yeah, that one.
It was in 2 genres. I think the verses were Chuck Berry. No, the verses were reggae. Yes. And the chorus was Chuck Berry.
Berry or surf rock, yeah. Johnny Angel.
Oh, yeah.
And that had punk verses and disco choruses. The old 50s song Johnny Angel. How I tinkle when he wanders by. The lyric that Blanche. Boots. Oh,
Boots
geez.
are made for walking. Billy Smith.
Yeah.
Social.
Yeah. Was the Bonzo Dog Doodah Band an influence on you guys?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Can blue men sing the whites?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I'm looking very relaxed at all.
On the vibes.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. We had this shared thing. I mean, it was, Zap Comics, Firesign Theater, some Monty Python, but the Bonzos were definitely in there. I mean, it was all,
And Wet Magazine.
Wet Magazine.
The magazine of gourmet bathing. This was an art magazine that I think it came out of Los Angeles, but Sarge introduced that to us because he was on top of all these things, right? So, Wet Magazine was there. We go.
There's a copy. Wow.
Mm.
Crazy.
In a similar vein to the Bonzo question, did you ever cross paths with Danny Elfman's Oingo Boingo at any point?
No,
No.
and I wish we had. Um, there was a documentary about them, and the whole thing they did before they even got a deal. They had this like whole thing going on in L.A. It just looked remarkable, but we didn't, and we didn't with Devo either. We had it. There was one weekend. It was like in '83, where the local promoter was bringing in the Tubes on one night and Devo on the next night to play at the Palace Theater, and they asked us, they said, "You have first choice. Who do you want to open for?" And we're like, "Oh my God, how can you give us that?" I mean, and we chose the Tubes because we were, marginally more aligned with the Tubes than with Devo. But that was a hard one, and it would have been lovely to have opened for them too. But
Yeah. Yeah, the early Tubes definitely were an influence.
yeah.
By the time they got to their hit songs, when they were wearing the suits and everything, um, the original Tubes was a circus. I don't know, they had about 20 people on stage coming and going and doing things and props, and it was very theatrical.
Yeah,
And
I saw them at the Palace in like '78 or '9. It was it just blew my mind. It absolutely blew my mind.
So yeah, they were wearing suits. They were doing the inverted whatever the principle but they all wore suits and carried briefcases.
talk to you later.
Yeah, talk to you later. And
Tubes World Tour, a mighty important
Crusade.
we did a bunch of shows with them, and they were the nicest people. When you open for somebody, you expect just to get dicked, and we did a lot, but not with the Tubes. They were special.
Yeah.
They were
Oh,
friendly.
that's cool.
You'd think that bands play on the same show and they get together and hang out and stuff. Not so much. It happens a lot less than you think, and because there's this kind of clannish kind of thing with and you always feel you're kind of in competition, but not with all of them. But I remember the Tubes were quite approachable.
That's cool.
Yeah. What was your favorite venue to play, or some of your favorite venues to play, either for the audience itself or the actual structure of the building?
Well, J.B. Scott's in Albany, which was just a big room. It had been an S&H Green Stamp Redemption Center, and they turned it into a rock club. But it was big, and it fit 800 people, and it was in the middle of Albany, and that was, that was our home base, and I think we played there about 40 times. And then the Chance in Poughkeepsie, which was an old vaudeville hall. It was called the Chance. It was called the Last Chance for a while because vaudeville acts in the 10s and 20s, it was their last chance to get their stuff together before they went to New York. That's why it was called the Chance. But balcony, big theatrical stage, and we played there like over 50 times and had this huge following. I mean, the live sequences from the Metalhead video are from the Chance in Poughkeepsie.
It was
Okay.
really a classy place, and it had a really nice, big, tall, like high stage. Like you said, there's a big balcony for the crowd, and then the floor and other seating and that, and just everything about it was really first rate. It was terrific.
Oh yeah, for a while they had chefs from the Culinary Institute, which is right down the street, cooking dinner, and we go in and get this like gourmet food, and then go play a gig. It was wonderful.
Speaking of Culinary Institute, it's called CIA, Culinary Institute of America. We played it's a college that we played there a couple times. And every time we went there, the meals that they gave us for the band were just like insane. It was usually you get the usual buffet kind of stuff. It was terrific there.
They took us in for dinner once into the student dining room, and everyone was wearing chef clothing with chef hats, except for us. And we're like wearing flannel shirts and jeans and stuff, and everybody else is dressed like a chef. And I'm like, this is like a Monty Python skit. What's going on?
Yeah.
And I remember they served us hamburgers with French fries, and they brought ketchup. You'll remember this, Broadway. They brought ketchup in little dishes with little spoons.
Yes.
And we were there with the dean. The dean of the Culinary Institute was dining with us, and Broadway goes, "Excuse me, Dean, but how do we deal with this ketchup and these French fries?" And he looks and he goes, "I know that you're used to getting a packet, an aluminum packet, which you rip the corner off of and put them on your French fries. No, here you deliver it with a spoon." And we're just like going, "Oh,
You can't make this up.
You can't, That's the reason you stay in a performing band. You'd miss all that, really.
yes.
You'd miss it.
I look at Uncle Meat's question below here, like, what would be your Spinal Tap moment? That, to me, would be a total scene in Spinal Tap. It's like this band sitting down for burgers and fries and having to encounter this chef, perhaps he's played with a flair by one of the SNL cast members. But
2 months before Spinal Tap came out, we did an in-store appearance in Midtown Manhattan, and nobody showed up.
That's for Uncle Meat.
there you go, buddy.
We didn't have Arnie Fufkin to kick,
The kick in the ass, yes.
but that happened. It was like noon on a weekday in Midtown Manhattan, this gigantic record store, and nobody fucking showed up.
Oh, God.
The glamour of show business.
Jeez.
That's show
We-
business.
We asked them if they wanted us back again.
No.
Oh,
Carson.
I can lose another $2,000.
Well, guys, I did promise some hard-hitting questions.
Uh-oh.
And I'm afraid that I have one for Bowtie. Are you ready?
Yep, I'm ready.
Is it or is it not cheating to wear a clip-on tie?
Oh, well, in the days when I wore bow ties, I wore clip-on bow ties because they were quicker to get on and off. And also, I had these bow ties that had like what do you call it, like sparkly
Sequins.
stuff, sequins and stuff on them and so forth, which you couldn't do that with a bow tie that you tie. So.
Okay.
No, it wasn't. It's not cheating.
That is
Boy, that's
well-
a
not cheating.
tough one. That's real journalistic incision of
Well, I mean, thank you, but unfortunately, Lee Harvey is not getting off without a question of his own. This is a hard hitter. I mean, are you ready for this question?
I was born ready.
Okay. I have this LP behind me, and there's wonderful stuff in the movie about this cover art, by the way. But I was looking, I was nitpicking. I was looking for Easter eggs, and I see two things that I want to ask Lee Harvey about. One of which is you have a garbage can for like a floor tom, and I'm just wondering why. And the other one was it appears that you have a puppet. You have a little puppet that you're puppeteering with your
With
drum
my
pedal
foot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was wondering if there's any stories behind that.
That was all the genius of John Caldwell, the cartoonist, who was in the New Yorker. He was in, and he was a
Reader's Digest, Mad Magazine.
He was
And-
one of the usual gang of idiots in Mad Magazine.
Right.
You ever read that? But when I was a kid, that was my goal in life, was to be one of the usual gang of idiots, and he did it.
And he did it. He told a story about how he was a fledgling cartoonist, and he sold his first cartoon to Al Goldstein and Screw magazine, which it was a pornographic, tabloid out of New York. And he was like, oh, I sold a cartoon. I got to call my parents. And then he's going, oh, wait. But yeah, John was a prince. He was one of the funniest people. I mean, he was one of us. And so, yeah, we didn't discuss what he was going to draw. We just said, draw something and cut holes in the paper so we can stick our heads through.
He was like a joke machine because he drew cartoons for a living, and like for every one that he sells, he's done like 30 or 40, right? That nobody wanted, whatever. And when you would talk to him, he was just constantly coming up with these funny statements and wisecracks and that. I mean, he was a very low key guy, but just a font of humorous creativity.
Didn't we feed him the idea for ballet parking? Wasn't that one of us that came up with that and told him? And then he made a cartoon out of it with like these guys in ballet costumes dancing around outside a restaurant with fancy cars.
Sounds like something we would say.
I think Sarge gave him that, and he turned it into a cartoon that was in the New Yorker.
Wow.
Well, I gave him a cartoon idea that he submitted to the New Yorker, but it got turned down. But I can say that I was part of it, made a cartoon that got turned down by the New Yorker, which is, because you have to be invited to submit to that.
Yeah.
You want to know what the cartoon was?
Yeah,
Yes.
actually, yes.
Well, there's a saying that nobody ever lay on their deathbed and said that they wish they spent more time at the office. So I said, I want you to do a drawing of a guy in a prison getting on a table, getting ready for a lethal injection. And his last words are, I wish I'd spent more time at the office. I know, it's a little tough, but it's a little... It's pretty funny in a dark way.
Taking a breath. Okay. Anyway,
but they turned that down at the New Yorker. Think about that.
No accounting for taste.
Harrison, we just want you to know that your Lego creation was one of the most brilliant damn things
God.
I saw it and I'm going, oh, that's nice AI.
Yeah.
It's not AI. It's and we were, my Charisse and I were, we were like doing AI and going, give me a Lego Roxy music. Give me and we were getting this, weird stuff, but yours was the real deal. That was freaking brilliant. And thank you for it. I mean, it's just, it was amazing.
Yeah.
Yes.
My ethos behind that was when I was going about, well, if I'm going to do a Blotto Lego art, I'm going to do the best dang Blotto Lego art on the internet.
Oh yeah.
Success. And he bought parts special for that. Like I was telling you earlier, I think Bowtie was a Harry Potter head because you have to get just the right face with the glasses, and Lego don't make a lot of glasses faces. So, there was that, and I
did have to get Bowtie's straight tie torso like in specialty because I didn't have any straight ties in the right color.
No, it was. If you looked at it, there were so many little details, right, that were attended to, right, and that like as I looked at it, I noticed this and that and the other thing, right, that were, you could tell that a lot of attention had gone into that.
Oh, the lettering in the background.
Oh, that was nearly the end of me. Those O's were so hard because I had to get 4 words that all connected with each other, and Blotto only had like 1 album and collected works and a few other songs, so I was really scrounging for some of them by the end of it.
Yeah,
you went above and beyond the call of duty, that's for sure.
Exactly.
Beautiful, a thing of beauty.
Yeah. Thank you.
Even if it is us.
Oh, you know what? That's a great segue, because next up is Broadway's very tough question. Are you ready, Broadway? Yeah, you're not getting off the hook. You ready? Oh. He said no. Crap. I'd already queued up the drum roll, and he said no. Crap. I don't know. Okay, you're gonna have to answer anyway. I'm
Okay.
curious. I'm curious. Looking back at some of those photos, by the way, that QR code in the corner there, that'll take you to blotto.net. If you, point your phone at it and you can go to blotto.net. There's some photos there. And there's one member of Blotto that seemed to maybe put more time into his blonde flowing locks than the other band members. I'm just curious if that's a thing, if you spent more time on your hair than the other guys.
I don't know.
There,
I don't know if
there it is.
Certainly more than cheese,
I'd
I'd say.
So
yeah, certainly more than. We're about even. Yeah, the woman who cut my hair, she said, "I'm going to give you a perm." I thought, She said, "But hear me out." After she did it, she said, "Take a towel and just go wild on your hair, and then spray the heck out of it." And I used to get gold glitter hairspray and put that in my hair, and it was
There you
that
go.
was a lot of fun.
Not only hair care tips from Blotto, but that's the first time I've been made aware that there was actually gold fleck tint in your. There you go. That's Blotto history has now just been put forth. I now know exactly what was going on.
Well, I had that. I had, as we evolved, I got that sort of a racer head haircut.
Yeah.
Kind of going up, which my girlfriend at the time, Donna, who is now my wife, it has been for 40 years. She used to cut my hair, and it was the same kind of thing. I think I had to put some. I didn't like using hairspray, but it would keep it like up. And that was fun having a look like that.
I think one of the things that made Harrison's art both an exercise in excellence and also a reflection on the band is that each guy has his own look. Each guy kind of has his own personality. I'm sure that wasn't by accident, but that's one of the things that I love about Blotto is that you have all these different characters, basically.
I think it was by accident.
Yeah. Actually, people would say that. Like fans would. It's like each person that you would watch on stage was doing something different, and had their own deal, for better or for worse. Now, of course, everybody was looking at Sarge.
Sure.
Oh yeah, the statement was Broadway thinks everybody's looking at Bowtie. Bowtie thinks everybody's looking at Broadway. Sarge knows everyone's looking at him.
I don't know what he does, but he's awful good at it.
I'm not.
Comment
Lee Harvey's dad.
That's my father.
When the
I don't know what the hell he's doing up there, but he sure is good at it.
I'm not sure what this question is asking here, but when the album came out, knew what show it was from when I heard Weekends Begin on Friday in Poughkeepsie. You can go to Woolworths and buy gloves. And
Where was that?
Apparently,
That must have been the BBC Rock Hour show. I mean, it was in Poughkeepsie. Weekends start on Wednesday in Poughkeepsie.
And apparently the pyro during Metalhead scared the crap out of him too. I didn't even know you guys had pyro during Metalhead, so that's cool.
Oh yeah,
it's in the Metalhead video.
So
looking back on it now, I think I'm really glad that we didn't have any mishaps.
Yeah.
I mean, we had a really pro road.
Flame tubes, and we had then these explosions that were when we did the guitar thing, and then the flames would go up, and then at the very end, it was a da-da, boom, da-da. That at the very end of it, went da-da, and then there's explosions.
Okay.
We had this great road crew who'd been working with metal bands in Schenectady, like touring metal bands, and they knew how to do all this stuff. And so it was like, well, can we have pyrotechnics? They go, oh yeah, we'll do it. I don't know. And a couple of times, I think we stopped when there was that what was the
Rhode Island show,
the Rhode Island show with
Great White.
Great White. Yeah. But we had times where the flames would go up and then just spread across the ceiling, which is what killed everybody. And when the Providence show happened, we stopped.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there.
Actually, the guy who was our road manager, then his name was Rick Fulner, and he went on after he'd worked with us. And then when he left us, when we stopped playing, he worked with, was it Johnny Winter?
Johnny Winter.
Wow.
Johnny Winter, Roy Buchanan, and now he's got his pick. He does Dream Theater because they're all friends. He quit the Eagles.
No, well, he became a professional road manager, and was
one of the
in
best.
Nashville. And I mean, he was doing all these huge country acts, rock acts. He had his own company. I mean, he's a big shot. He's not in Florida now, but like you said, he could pick and choose. He could fire the Eagles, right? Because he didn't want to do it. I mean, that's he's really good at his job. I mean, this guy, he was good with us, but he was learning.
He was great with us.
He is a total
Well-
pro.
We'll have to send you a copy of his book.
Yeah.
Rock stars don't carry luggage.
Don't carry their own luggage or
Don't-
something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but a lightly
Absolutely.
fictionalized, like recounting of his career being a sound. He doesn't name any names. Thank fucking God.
Right.
He made up a story about a band and their forming and their career and touring, and he worked in all these incidents, like all the things that are related about what they did came from things that happened with the bands that he worked with. And he had one, actually one of the sadder moments of us was with
Yeah.
our
It was one of the saddest moments of the band's career.
it was our sound man, right?
Soundman Peter, or not Peter, but
Bruce.
Bruce.
Bruce Braemeier, big tall guy. He was like 6'10" or something like that. And we were playing up in
Vermont.
Burlington. Yeah, Burlington.
He collapsed after we were loading out. He collapsed at the loadout, and what had happened? He was a big tall guy, and your aortic arteries are stretched out, and his artery burst. I think it was the descending aorta, and so they took him to the hospital and that, but it was just it didn't work out. So,
Wow.
and he was a great guy.
He was so sweet, and his hero was Buck Dharma. And Buck Dharma used to show up at some of our shows, and Bruce, being, as he described himself, 5'17".
He was super tall. I mean,
He was very tall. He had a picture taken with Buck Dharma, who's well over 4 feet.
Yes, there was quite a disparity.
That would take 2 photos, really, wouldn't it?
Yeah. But the book, I mean, he had that in there. He might have had some other thing that we did, but there's all kinds of totally outrageous things that happen in hotels, backstage, with the band members. They come home and their wife is left and taken everything and all this stuff, right? It's a great read. If you want, I can go get the book and hold it up.
If you want to, that's up to you.
Yeah, hold on a minute.
Okay, cool.
Just a second.
Okay, single out the absent party for intense
Yes.
criticism.
So this is when you guys get to talk about bow tie.
Yes. Speaking of his clip-on bow ties, when we did the Super Bowl halftime show, he was called by the referees for clipping.
Yeah.
You talking about me?
Yeah.
No.
There it is. Okay, so we're just gonna do a zoom in here so we can see this. There we go. Stars don't carry their own baggage. Rick Fulner. Did I say that right? Fulner?
No,
Yeah,
Fulner.
It's
It's
just
pronounced
Fulner.
Fulner.
4
Okay.
stars.
It's pronounced. It's spelled EUL. Fuel is FULE, but we called him Fuelner.
Fuelner.
That's what we used to call him. This is really it's especially if you've been involved in the music business or you played in a band or whatever. It's a great read because there's so many things you can identify with.
If not identify completely.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. All right.
Oh,
now we've
no.
lost Lee Harvey.
It was a bizarre gardening accident.
Yes, yet another drummer.
Spontaneously combusted.
He's gone. Blotto there, he hasn't seen Spinal Tap.
He drowned on. He choked on vomit, but it wasn't his vomit.
They couldn't. You can't dust for vomit. You can't
Yes.
prove whose vomit it was.
Yes.
Now I know we did have a challenge tonight that we were going to try to see if we could make Blotto laugh. I don't know. Has anybody caught him in a laugh tonight?
I've seen a big grin once or twice.
Broadway got me when he said he asked the guys if they want when no one showed up, and he said, "Oh, do you want us to come back again?"
Okay, so we did get Harrison.
Oh,
So
I just saw a little bit of a smile at it there too when he said that.
He takes great pride in being unflappable as far as laughter goes. But
Yes.
Every once in a while, we
yeah.
catch him. Did you want to go with another question, or shall I?
Yeah, I think I shall round out my questions by we were talking earlier about physical release for the film. Might we at some point in the future see a physical, perhaps deluxe edition reissue of the album? Is there anything left in the archives to put out that wasn't on Collective Works? Maybe some more live stuff? You know, that show at the Jab was pretty good.
There's one show left, and I think it's already. I got to talk to Bert, but it was at the Chance, and we did a BBC Rock Hour live show, and it was very well produced. I mean, the guy that did Combo Kimbo, he actually threw the mixing board from the studio in a van and brought it up, and we've never released it. So, I mean, a few songs are on Then More Than Ever, but the entire show I think is mixed and ready to go, and we just need to drop it onto Spotify. But I think that's it. Chevy's version of Jumpstart My Heart we need to release also, the Bob Clearmountain sessions.
Yeah.
And I think that's about it. I mean, I don't think there's any. I mean, I've got all of the tapes, you know, the magnetic tapes, like 5 feet from me right here, and I'm trying to figure out what the hell to do. What do you do with these things? But
Take them home and smash them.
yeah.
I can tell you that I'm pretty sure that for time reasons, they couldn't include all of the Across and Down EP on this. I think this is minus one song from the Across and Down EP. So
No, it's missing one song from the first EP.
Oh, okay.
For legal reasons.
Oh, okay. So that's not getting a reissue no matter what then.
No, not until somebody dies.
Okay.
Which I think will be soon because he's old. But
Yeah.
but that you know, when that happens, it'll be like when Trump dies. You know, except for us, it'll be our own private party. But we won't even mention who it is. But
I'm
it'll
going to be
be.
Googling after this and trying to figure out what the hell it was.
We'll be dancing in the streets, and people are going, "What are you doing?" And we're just shut up.
Isn't it on one of the Spotify's? Isn't it on one of the early shows?
Oh, it is on the Long Island, my father's place.
Yep.
And we did sneak it onto YouTube, and you know, there's been no repercussions, but there was a court settlement, and I won't elaborate.
Don't get into
Okay.
it. Don't get into it.
I know that one of the Tonight at Toad's shows was filmed as well. I don't know if you have access to those tapes.
That's in the that a lot of it is in the video. I mean, it was a one camera shoot with, you know, sketchy sound, but it's okay. And the metalhead video was unbelievable. The crowd reaction in Metalhead was unbelievable. But that's in the documentary. At least some of it is, and I think that's on YouTube too.
The Toad Show is on YouTube. It's fantastic. You say the audio sketchy. I say it sounds awesome to me, but I'm not.
You haven't heard some of the bootlegs we listened to.
Yeah.
Oh,
right.
I bet.
I'm going to throw it to Uncle Meat for one last. It's less of a question and more of a comment, but I'm going to throw it to Uncle Meat here and get your reaction. So here is the Meat Man.
Hi, guys. It's me again, Uncle Meat. And I'm here for a different reason. I am starting a campaign that I can receive my own Blotto name. And if I was given the esteemed honor of having my own Blotto name, I would want to find a kindred spirit of sorts from the zeitgeist to pay tribute to. Someone who I can kind of relate to, I guess. Someone who enjoys a cocktail or 9, if you know what I'm saying. Someone who makes continually horrible decisions. Unfortunately, something I know all too well about. Don't I, Mike? So I request my name to be, and I'm putting betting money on that you guys are liking this one, and frankly, so would he. Meet Rose. You know, like Charlie Hustle. Meet Rose Blotto. Eh?
Very nice.
Take it. It's yours. I mean, on our Wikipedia page, there's a list of the members of Blotto, and there's someone called Juan Pablo Blotto who claims to be a guitarist from 1988 to 1992.
You can always do the with Meat's name as well. You can always do the classic Christopher Lee Saturday Night Live intro, like, "Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to meet Rose Blotto."
Yeah.
I beg your pardon. Oh, I'm sorry. Ladies and gentlemen, Rose Blotto. Meet Rose Blotto. Yeah. That's one of my favorite Saturday Night Live moments when Christopher Lee introduces Meatloaf.
I think that's hilarious about Juan Pablo Blotto, though. Like,
yeah. And we just figure, if he goes through the effort to insert himself into our Wikipedia page, he's in the fucking band. I mean,
see, that's the thing, though, is that guys like Harrison and myself will be like, we got to find some live bootlegs with this Juan Pablo guy, but I haven't found any yet.
See if we can get him on for an interview.
And,
Our friend Gail Miller, who was she provided some stuff for the movie. She's thanked in there. She was a good friend of ours for a long time. Still is. She has a radio show that she does now, and she does a lot of her outros and stuff on the songs with material she gets from Wikipedia about bands. And I told her, I said, Wikipedia is not a accredited source of band information.
Okay, a thing just came in. Somebody wants to call himself Latham Blotto.
Yes.
No, it's Latham's with an S. We usually don't interfere with it, but it has to be Latham's with an S.
Latham's
there
Blotto.
Yes. There you go, Henry. That's the condition.
And Uncle Meat, if I could suggest that you keep the uncle, because if you say Meet Rose Blotto, it sounds like you're introducing someone to our grandmother.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And
Meet Rose Blotto. I can meet Rose Blotto, my grandmother.
Okay, so he's good with Latham's. You are,
and the Zappa connection is fine by us.
Oh yeah.
Time here?
I'm sorry. What's that?
Are we running out of time?
We are. We're getting close to the hour here. I did have one last question, and it's kind of, now that I'm looking at the order in which I wrote down these questions, like, why did I save this one for last? So maybe if Harrison can come up with something better. I have a buddy who he wrote the book on 8-track tapes, and we are wondering if there's ever been anything Blotto on 8-track, whether it be Metal for Breakfast or Combo Akimbo, if that has ever happened to any of your knowledge.
No, I think we were post 8
Yeah.
tracks.
Yeah.
Well, you will be
Yeah.
surprised to learn that the last 8 tracks released were Journey's greatest hits and Fleetwood Mac's greatest hits in 1988.
Whoa.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like nothing's impossible. Nothing's impossible. My buddy Tim Derling, he wrote the book An Adventure in 8 Tracks, Unspooled. And he chronicles a bunch of 1984 8 tracks that he knows exist that he's trying to get for his collection, like Kiss Animalize, for example. So, you know, and he thought there was a chance that it could have been released by Attic in Canada.
No.
Oh. You know, in the
It is
Washboard-
worth noting that Tim can't play these 8 tracks. He just collects them.
Yeah, he's one of those guys that collects them. It's an affectation rather than an actual format that he plays.
when we toured the
Combo
Washboard,
Akimbo
Stars
came out
Big
on
Washboard-
cassette.
Oh, go on.
Combo Akimbo came out on cassette. I don't have one. I don't know if any of us have one. There, I don't know how many they sold, or they probably burned most of them. But Combo Akimbo came out on cassette.
I'm sure Sarge had one. I might have had one.
I've never seen one, but you know,
The 8 tracks, the Washboard, Star Spangled Washboard Band, which toured all in the 70s, and we were touring this motorhome. We had an 8-track player, because we were, up to date, and we used to go to truck stops because we bought diesel fuel for this thing, and you could buy all these bootleg 8 tracks.
Oh yeah.
With all kinds of other crap they sold in truck stops too. Yeah. I probably threatened once or twice in a truck stop too.
Once upon a time, I was driving our motorhome. Everybody else was asleep. We were driving along Lake Superior, which was like driving along the ocean. And our bass player at the time loved Gordon Lightfoot. So there was an 8-track of Gordon Lightfoot that played again and again and again, because we were on this little road, snow piled high on either side. I couldn't stop to pull the 8-track out.
You couldn't reach it from the driver's seat. Yes.
I'm
Of
guessing
course
that.
not.
I'm just going to guess that Edmund Fitzgerald was played on repeat too. At least
Oh,
be
yeah.
appropriate. If you're up there at the Great Lakes, it would only be
Absolutely.
appropriate.
Gitchy Goomy.
Get
There
you
you go.
goomy.
There you
You know,
go.
it would
That's
change, it
it.
would change tracks in the middle of a song. That was really great.
Yes.
I love the eccentricity of 8-track tapes. It's like the worst format ever, but people are paying hundreds and sometimes thousands of dollars for these 80s 8-track tapes. Like that Kiss Animalize, I think, goes for 4 figures now. It's ridiculous.
Wow.
So I guess Blotto, unfortunately, there's no 8-track of that, but
Not yet.
that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine because we are getting not yet. That's
Sure.
Why not? The good
Vinyl
news-
came back.
Absolutely. I'm not itching to buy an 8-track player. But, I am.
It is. I read that about half of the people that buy vinyl records don't even own a record player. They
No.
just buy them as souvenirs.
Yeah,
It's
That was
blatant.
me for a while. I bought stuff that I could only get on vinyl and not on CD. Like there was an Alice Cooper live album and a few things that never got CD reissued. Eventually, I did buy the player so I could digitize them and actually listen to them. Yeah, I don't listen to the vinyl. I just listen to the MP3s I made of the vinyl.
Well, truthfully, that's the way I do most of my vinyl now too. Is I play the record a few times, but most often I'm mobile. I'm at work or in the car, and I'm playing these. It's crazy to be in the car and hear like scratch of a record. You know,
I know.
that's pretty. That's
The
pretty
needle
fun.
dropping on the record, and it's turning for it. It's the first track.
Exactly.
It'd be great if you can time hitting a bump with the record skipping.
I could work on that. That might be a project for the summer of 2026. Gentlemen, I just want to thank you again. Let's talk about the movie release one more time. It's coming out on DVD, Blu-ray. It's coming out in 2026 and will also be available on a yet to be determined streaming service. I have that correct?
Yeah, the physical stuff, the Blu-ray and the DVDs are going to be out in January.
Wow.
But we'll be on a streaming platform,
Sometime.
Conservatively, I'll say summer.
Okay,
It
good.
won't be Netflix because they're going in a different direction.
There's going to be a Game of Thrones and Blotto double feature coming to a streaming service near you. Sorry, you guys keep making me laugh, and I keep losing my train of thought. Okay, but the point is, we will be able to buy a physical copy at some point in the next month. I'm saying that officially now. So again, if you take your phones and you point it at that little QR code, it'll take you to blotto.net, where you can find all your Blotto needs and hopefully some information about the Blu-ray DVD when it comes out. Hopefully.
Yes.
Okay. Perfect.
Yes.
You can not only find your Blotto, satisfy your Blotto needs, but maybe even your Blotto wants.
Ooh.
Looks
And
like
probably
Roger
even your
expecting
Blotto
a
don't
copy.
needs.
Your Blotto don't needs.
You've used that before.
The Blotto Stranger Things crossover is happening in 2026, is what I've heard. It's a rumor I'm going to start, and it's going to be starring Juan Pablo Blotto as
Juan
Yes.
Pablo.
So let's start that rumor for Wikipedia for 2026. The Blotto Stranger Things crossover starring Juan Pablo as Juan Pablo.
That would be very good. I'd just like to say before we go that being at the age we are, it was more fun being 20 in the 70s than it is being 70 in the 20s.
I take your word for it. It makes me sad, but I take your word for it. Oh man, but it is always a pleasure having you guys on the show, and I'm just absolutely thrilled to be able to follow up almost a year later. Before we were talking about all these what ifs, and now the movie has come out and it's received these accolades, and it makes my heart warm. So,
And you were the first one to jump on the train.
well,
Yeah.
I mean, as soon as I saw there was a Blotto movie coming, I'm like, huh? I need this in my life. And again, I've written about it. You can check it out on my blog and see for yourself. It's a heartwarming, laugh-inducing rock and roll tale, and it's unique. I think. I don't think there's anything else out quite like the Blotto movie. It has
I don't think there
a
is.
warm heart. It has a warm heart, and you don't feel bad after you watch the Blotto movie. You feel good after watching it. You can't say that for every rock doc.
You might have a lingering sense of regret.
You might have a lingering sense of regret. I'm trying to help these guys out and promote their movie, and they're sabotaging. Now you know why. Now you know why Blotto never happened. These guys just sabotage themselves.
I have a
Hey,
vague.
Michael, this is the second time that's happened. Do you remember Max the Axe?
Oh God. Anyway, this is a good point here, is that I'm still recovering from an injury that laughter makes more painful. So I might have to pull the plug here prematurely, even though we're still laughing. But thank you everyone for watching, and thank you Blotto for spending the first Friday of 2026 with us.
Right.
And you can count on a review of the DVD when it comes out. You can count on more coverage on this channel, and probably Harrison, he's put all that work into those Lego figures. I wouldn't be surprised if you see like Blotto in space, or Blotto goes to the beach, or Blotto.
I want to see the Lego thing in person. I want to see Harrison. I want to meet Harrison in person. I want to see the Lego thing in person, because
That
it's
would be
just
awesome.
insane. Yeah.
And this
It's on my bucket list. Yes.
My
This show
partner's
is-
from New Zealand. At some point, we're coming over, and if we
Whoa.
do, we'll stop.
See, that's
I'll
a
be
serious
ready.
threat, Harrison. So clean your room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man. Well,
Kitchener, if the pain gets too much, do what we do. Have some adult beverages like Metamucil, Ensure.
stop it. Oh, see, these guys, I had my whole thing I wanted to say, and now I've completely blown it. So I guess what I'll just say is Happy New Year, guys. And thank you again. Really appreciate it. Guys,
Thank you for having us.
Our pleasure.
Love you.
You
Love you,
get
man.
funnier every time.
Yes.
Blotto, it's a pleasure being on on the whatever this thing is with you.
It's been a pleasure spending this last hour
Yes.
with you guys.
Put a ball.
Harrison, good to see you, man.
All right. Take care, guys. This has been Grab a Stack of Rock. Once again, go to blotto.net. Just point your phone at that QR code, and that'll take you there. And we'll hear all about the movie real soon. So take care, everybody. Have a wonderful weekend.
Okay.
Ciao.
You
See you,
too.
brother.